We now come to the third consecutive episode to feature a new writer. Let's see how it holds up with Honest Apple. Rarity decides to hold a contest to help 3 hopeful new designers break into the fashion industry. And to everyone's surprise, she asks Applejack to be one of the judges. But she soon finds herself questioning her decision when Applejack's opinions become more harmful than constructive. Our writer for this episode is Kevin Lapin, whose previous credits include 1 episode of Gary Unmarried, which I've never heard of, and a few episodes of Mike and Molly. Despite this limited amount of experience, his inaugural episode is, for the most part, a good one. Working as judges alongside Rarity and Applejack are Photo Finish and Hoity Toity, both of whom each bring their own fine and unique expertise to the contest. It's particularly great to see the former again. The stylish and just slightly eccentric photographer may not speak many words, but several of her fragmented sentences really had me cracking up, especially those in which she literally announces her arrival and actions. The 3 designers are all pretty fun and memorable too. We have a breezy and spirited pony named Lily Lace, who notably makes repeated use of the word literally, a bit like how Wallace Shawn in The Princess Bride frequently says inconceivable, and indeed they do reference that movie in this episode. An abstract artist named Starstreak, who focuses his efforts on setting new trends ahead of their time, and a gothically inspired designer named Inky Rose. Pinkie Pie occasionally pops up here as well to provide some excellent comedy, including one already famous scene where she suggests that Rarity should try playing some music to de-stress, before she breaks into a rocking guitar solo. This single clip is not only hilarious for just how random and spontaneous it is, it's also prime material for a bunch of fan videos using other rock and metal songs. I even made one myself a couple of weeks ago using Dragon Force's iconic hit Through the Fire and Flames, and in case you missed it, I've posted the link to that video in the description. However, the episode's writing has mixed results with how it handles Applejack's characterization. Now, when observing and judging the contestants' dresses from a practical standpoint, she does actually make some valid points, but the way she expresses them sometimes just doesn't feel right. A little brutal honesty isn't always a bad thing, especially if you're trying to break into an industry focusing on creative production, where you're always going to have to face some tough critics. But there is always a line, and when Applejack does things like physically shaking every carefully stitched feather out of Lily Lace's hat, and stating outright that fashion is ridiculous, it's not presented in a way that feels natural to her character. But to be fair, she does learn her lesson the hard way when a pony named Strawberry Sunrise provides her harshly negative opinion on apples.
Hello, Strawberry Sunrise. This is Applejack. I was wondering if you could tell her how you feel about apples. Don't like them.
What? Why? They're crunchy, they're sweet, they're delicious.
They're not strawberries.
You're right. Apples are better than strawberries.
Only if by better you mean better at being disgusting.
You'd better apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry that you actually bite into those tasteless, mealy, worm-filled things. Oh.
What?
And
just for fun, I've done my own edit of this scene as well.
I was wondering if you could tell her how you feel about apples. Don't like them. Oh, I'm sorry that you actually bite into those tasteless, mealy, worm-filled things. Oh.
After reconciling with every pony she offended, Applejack helps the show go ahead as planned, where she ends up casting the final vote and deciding that all 3 designers deserve to win. Admittedly, that is a bit of a cop-out conclusion that defeats the purpose of the contest, but since the story's main moral was about knowing and understanding the line between being honest and being hurtful, and respecting the effort people put into their work even if it's not to your personal taste or understanding, I guess I can let it slide for now, and maybe a similar message regarding winning and losing can be saved for a future episode. Overall, Honest Apple is a flawed but still solid and satisfying first episode from Kevin. It does carry a strong early season vibe to it, and that essence of nostalgia doesn't always work for the best, but it does help this new writer get his time on the show off to an enjoyable start. All things considered, I'm gonna give it a silver star score of 7 out of 10.
Oh, thank goodness. Because in my honest opinion, it's awful.
Oh, you're right, you're right.
I am really